Hello, everyone. Market conditions remaining mildly bullish in a bull market. We switched back from mildly bearish back to mildly bullish. We're sitting at our bull market rank of 22.15, which is this line right here. The upper end of that range, for sure, we're seeing in the shorter term momentum coming back down into just barely on the trending side of the momentum indicator on that upward end of that scale right here. We're still above that halfway mark. Breadth is also still relatively positive in that bullish momentum zone. It had been up in this extreme range and having a little bit of weakness here in the last few days. Sentiment also still extreme to the upside, but pulling back here with the last few days of this move. The buy-sell ratio, we've seen it didn't do much yesterday, 0.94, still less than 1. A number less than 1 represents this red line is higher than the green line. You can just barely see it right there, but that gives us really kind of that flat market condition, really that we've been experiencing the last few months. That buy-sell ratio has just been relatively tight right here, kind of flat, that tug-of-war happening. We are seeing that sentiment line also start to pull back this direction. We want to see if it'll hold up any range of support. It also can act as support and resistance areas as well. And so we may be seeing a little bit of support. We'll see if we get any follow through here on S&P 500. If we look at SPY, I did get a little bit of a move up yesterday, pretty flat, 0.11. And the areas that we really want to be focused on are right here, this support area at 515, to see if we can continue to hold that range up, and then also this the underside of this gap right here, kind of where it paused, and then the upper side, that 524. See if we can break back up. If we can get back up above these areas here, this resistance around that, whatever that is, 520-ish, and then 524, those are going to be areas that we're going to want to see tested and then break through that area. If we run into some resistance right here at this level, and if we start to pull back, and if we even move lower than this 515 area, that's also a downside area that we want to be watching on S&P 500 for today and tomorrow, the next couple of days. We talked about bonds. We've seen bonds have a pretty big sell-off here the last few days. That means interest rates are moving higher. That's been the issue as we've been discussing, whether or not inflation and bonds and interest rates are all going to cooperate, and what the economy is now going to enter into based on the fact that we've had higher interest rates really for the last year or so. The shorter term bonds, SHY, also pulling back, potential support right here around that $81 range. We've seen oil moving back, or bonds moving back. We've also seen oil moving higher. Let's jump over to the sectors area and look at the adjustment there. We've seen a handful move from that buy range back to this hold range, back to this sell range. This is that area of indecision when we're talking about all of the different sectors: the basic materials, energy, industrials, utilities, financials, consumer services, technology, consumer goods. All of these in a good strong uptrend, they're all going to look like this, and they had been even just a few days ago. Some of these sectors are moving. They've already been relatively weak. We're seeing weakness in real estate, even weakness in healthcare and telecommunications. So there's a handful that have been leading. Even this is not sorted by rank. This number right here, this 96, leading that technology, financial, energy, obviously we know that those are working. So still a little bit of indecision here across the board on sectors. Commodities, the leading commodity, we're watching USO, which is oil, and potential running into some resistance here on USO right around that $82 range. Pretty strong rally the last few days. Silver also having a big pop here. Silver making a move, and gold making a move here as well. And so a good solid move here in gold. This is entering or approaching a significant breakout here over the last 20-25 years. It's as high as it's been. It's a really long consolidation phase for about 5 years, and now it's starting to break through that. So we'll see if we get some follow through on gold. And keep an eye on some of the muscle stocks group for gold stocks. You may start to see some of those start to pop in here. Some decent names showing up here in the new buy list. CLS, a nice stock, one we've held in the muscle wheel portfolio since right here and continuing to move higher. Nice confirmation move support at that 236. This is what we call the momentum zone. This momentum zone, when you have your Fibonacci snap till you snap to here and here, I like to use this 6-month time frame and good solid confirmation bar, attempting to break out. See if we see some follow through here on CLS. Nice looking momentum trade setup. And then also MNMD. This is also another one that we've owned in that portfolio since right here, and getting some really nice follow through. Big day on that, on the 19%. Solid breakout. This could still be a new entry location. It's a pretty decent bar size for a stop loss to set a stop just below this range, but nice, really nice move. Interesting company as well. As you're going through and you click on more, one of the things I like to do is just go click on more, click on Google, and then go down to the company website and just have a quick glance at what the company does. And these guys are starting to work with novel drugs, dealing with psilocybin and some of these other fungus-based drugs. Interesting company, MindMed. And so that's a quick way to be able to just jump out, take a look, see what they do, and go from there on a stock like that. Let's look at one or two others here in that group. Moneyline's also one that's been really strong right here, financial company, and moving higher, support zone in that momentum location, confirmation bar here with some decent volume. So some nice looking stocks in the new buy list. If you want to join me in my Discord channel with the muscle wheel strategy that we're doing every morning, there's some links in the description of the video below that you can learn more about that. And that'll do it for today's update. Have a fantastic day today.